What's up, guys? It's Stefan here, and I just want to help a couple of you guys get better at the game. If you guys a quick into, especially for controller players, it could help keyboard and mouse players, but this is just how I got better on controller in general. And also, it'll be just kind of a tutorial on my binds for at least my paddles. This is the strike back, which is the eliminator right now. So yeah, I'll show you guys real quick. So my first line is my scroll reset. Yeah, so that is my scroll reset on control. A lot of people don't know about it. For the eliminator on Xbox, you can bind 2 buttons to 1 paddle. So for me, I use my top left, and I use the D-pad and B for reset. My other paddles I use for stuff like this. Like my bottom right one I use to change materials, which is this one right here, and to mark stuff. So I double tap if I need to mark danger or whatever, and then I use it for that when I build yeah, just to change material to traps. And then I use my top left to put traps down when I jump, because I use my top right one for jump. And then for my I use my bottom left to crouch, and for map / leaderboard to see how much damage I do. So yeah, and these are all my binds and everything. I did switch my sense again because I wanted more consistent aim, but I still wanted to be fast, so I just turned up the build sense over here. But yeah, that's basically how I bind my paddles. So yeah, I'll show you guys now. So I change material, bottom right paddle, and then I mark stuff with the bottom right paddle. I jump with my top right paddle. I look at the map with my bottom left. Slash scroll wheel reset. Alright, as you can see, yeah. So a tip for you controller players is passive doesn't always be better. As you can see, my sense is pretty slow, and I can still do pretty fast movements and pretty good builds for the most part. I just want you guys to know that it doesn't matter what your favorite pro does, or even what I do. As long as you guys are comfortable with what you're doing, that should always be your main priority. Basically, so I'm going to show you guys how you should be playing a little bit too. You guys should always be playing for piece control, but the thing about this season is piece control isn't as important as before, because obviously there's charges are now, so everyone could just be waiting there, and it kind of sucks. But that's why you want to play piece control on a right angle. So first thing everyone probably needs to start doing, I don't know if you guys already do that, is blocking people like that with the high wall. And you can just edit out. Here I am, you know. But yeah, this is what I do in all my videos. I don't know if you guys watch me. I'm not the flashiest player, but high walls are really important. Every time I do 180, high wall. And then usually I add in the staircase, or I'll go right here. That's just how you do it. Everyone also needs to start doing this tunneling formation. I'll show you guys right now. So basically, if you have a height, you can't see this because you have a right hand peak, obviously, so you can't see, this is usually where I stand, so people can't see me anyways. And then on this side, you just can't see anyone at all, especially if you're hitting it. So that's really important for everyone to start doing. I don't know if you're doing it already, but most people should. This is what base way teaches too, so. But yeah. You guys want to be able to edit consistently too. A little high ground retake tutorial for you guys. But yeah, so you guys want to be able to edit consistently. That's another big thing. I don't really do edit courses. I kind of just do all this while free building, but That should be really important for you guys' consistency. That's the only way you guys are gonna get better. Most of you, I would recommend doing an edit course. When you get to a certain place where you think you're comfortable enough with your edits that you can just free build like me, then that's where you should be at. But for the most part, you should be doing edit courses. Another thing you guys should be practicing is the cone. Cones are your best friend, and pros say that all the time, but people think they're like lying or something, but cones really are your best friend. I didn't start putting cones down until like late last season, early this season. So yeah, you guys should be doing the cone already. Everything, most likely, you guys are already doing it just because it's pretty common knowledge. But you guys should also be practicing the Mongol Classic still. I know everyone's gonna be expecting it. And in certain situations, it's good. In other situations, you need the cone. So yeah, you guys should be practicing all these things already. But I just want to give you guys all the tips, you know, to get better. So yeah, high walling, cones, and Mongol classes. That's the main things you need for like comp, and you need to learn how to tunnel, obviously, which is that. Tunneling off. You guys also need to think more. Not saying you guys are dumb in any way, obviously, but one thing a lot of people that I know that play comp, obviously I used to, I wasn't that good, but I still know a lot of things, is that you guys need to think before you do stuff. A lot of people just do all these flashy edits and don't really know the purpose. Obviously the peanut butter is really good, but like, for example, if you're standing on a cone, they can see you. 100% they can see you. I would be standing right there, so if you have a cone in your box, you should probably be standing right here. So yeah, you guys need to think about what you're doing. Windows are also very valuable. You can literally full box someone from a window. Also, side jumps are your friend. Side jumps will always be your friend. They'll get you easy height. You can block people off of them. You can do so many things with the high walls and the side jump. Literally, possibilities are endless. And also, people always are like, what should I use, the tack or the charge? But I would say do whatever you're comfortable with. A lot of people, if you're more get in the box, then I'd probably use the charge in like an SMG. If you're like more consistent aim, more like you can take longer fights, I would probably use the tack, because eventually the charge is either gonna run out of ammo or they're literally just gonna miss a shot, and that's when you can hit them with maybe 3 tack shots if you get lucky before they even hit you with the next shot, because they're gonna try to charge and obviously gonna pump you. So there's just a lot of things that you guys need to think about. I would say for controller players, I would say the most OP thing right now is probably a Dragonfire, a P90, and a Harpoon. The utility, one utility or 2 heals. So yeah, that's what I would say for right now. Like I said, main thing that you should be taking from this video is be comfortable. You want a high wall, obviously. You want to start putting cones in boxes if you're not doing that already. And then utilize windows, definitely. I know a lot of you see Reed do this where he's in the box and he sees this. That'll be helpful for a lot of you. Or you can just do that with a window. I know, crazy. People really just don't utilize windows. But yeah, that's what you guys should be working on for the most part. Cones, high walls, and comfortability. You guys are comfortability, or I don't know what the fucking word is, but yeah. Anyways, Yeah, as long as you're comfortable, you will play way better. It doesn't matter what me or any pro that you like watching is doing. If you're comfortable with certain sense, then you should definitely follow your heart on that part, because only you know how you feel. Obviously, these pros don't all play the same way you do. I used to use sense for claw players. I don't play claw. I play paddles. So someone like me would probably go for someone more like Palazzo than anyone. Or if you're a non-claw player, probably go for a Wavy Jacob. Or if you're a claw player, probably go for someone like Ree or like Unknown Army. A lot of pros out there that you guys can follow. For me, I took my sense off of slapping, chronic slap, and then turned it into my own thing. And now I really like it. It's a good aim sense because it's slow, but then my build sense is still pretty fast, and edit sense as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you like more content like this, like more tips and tricks, I could definitely show you guys like a high ground retake tutorial, or I could just help you find your sense, go more into depth with it, or anything like that. Hopefully you guys like and subscribe. It is free, you can always change your mind. Yeah. Have a good day, and yeah. Later. It's Jerry now. How you feel it? You feel it?